Back at it from Monday, this last week of February. Good morning and welcome into the Beach Bunker. It's the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. It's so good to see you. Thank you once again for starting a week with us. This is week 52. Our first anniversary coming up on Friday. Looking forward to a broadcast I'm hoping works. Oh my God, every day it keeps me up. I did not sleep well last night. I'm really nervous about Friday. But we'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, I'm nervous about our road situation today. We do have some nasty roads to deal with this morning, and it's going to be some nasty weather over the next little bit. In fact, we'll take a look at our Manitoba 511 map in just a second. We go from such gorgeous weather over the weekend into some real cold stuff, some snow. Could this be our last storm of the winter? We'll keep our fingers crossed. Coming up this morning on the show, it was a wild Friday. There was a lot of news happening when the show wrapped up, from like free government drugs to balloons flying over North America, and we'll wrap all that up in a nice little bow for you to start the week. Some explanations as to what was going on Friday, and some real concern about the Winnipeg Jets and the potential that they might leave the city. That was something else that happened on Friday. It was a busy news afternoon on Friday. A woman charged $1,000 for some fast food over the weekend, and she's having a hard time getting her money back. It was on her credit card. Went to buy food for the fam on the weekend. I'll just pick up some fast food, put it on the credit card. She got home, looked at the receipt. They charged me $1,000. Obviously a mistake. Somebody was just excited about the weekend. But she's having a hard time getting her money back. Some shocking news involving record sales. I'm not talking about music sales. I'm talking about records, vinyl records. Shocking news this morning on that, and we'll explain coming up. Also, how while hotels are asking you to clean your room now and you to tip the people cleaning your room. Wait, what? House cleaning is asking you to clean your room, but please leave a tip. We'll explain coming up. The tricks restaurant used to make you spend more while you're there. We also have an update on the phone outage from last week in the U.S. AT&T is stepping up with compensation for all those affected. Wait until you see the compensation or hear the compensation that's coming with the big phone outage. What did we get in Canada? A day for free from Rogers? Some people got more. I don't think I got anything. I can't remember. It didn't stand out to me. Anyway, we're going to take a look at the weather in just a second. First, let's look at roads. And again, we do have some slippery sections on 10 south of Brandon. You can see it there on the live camera update. Manitoba 511 is showing that things are slippery down to the U.S. border. Actually, most highways south of the Trans-Canada Highway are showing snow cover and slippery. And that goes for the Trans-Canada Highway, too, from Brandon to the Saskatchewan border. We did get a light dusting of snow last night, so take a look at those live shots, if you would, before you head out. There it is. You can see the snow there. 283 looks not bad. 16 at Russell. Ooh, that looks really slippery. So does 16 at Arden. Looks especially slippery. There's no closures. Everything's open. But our trickiest stretches of road are south of the Trans-Canada, west of Brandon, and north of Brandon, but west of Highway 10. So it's a pretty extensive area that is showing white on our map this morning. I'll pull it up here for us, and let's take a look at an updated Manitoba 511 map. There it is. There it is. There it is for you. Partly covered if you're headed into Winnipeg. There you go. Partly covered down in the southeastern part of the province, but southwest is mostly white, and that means snow-covered and slippery. And it was warm on the weekend. We had a little bit of rain and then some snow. Be careful if you're hitting the highway today. All right, there's a look at your roads. Let's take a look at our air temperature map this morning. Not too bad. It's not bad at all. -3 feels like -8. It is. It's going to pretty much stay exactly where it is today. We're going to stick around -3 to 0. We'll have some freezing rain mixed with snow this morning. Then just cloudy today, but then some snow tonight, and then it's going to get windy tonight, and then clear out. So we're going to get pretty much everything tonight in the overnight. Snow, followed by clearing, followed by, holy crap, who turned off the heat? It's going to get really cold tonight, like -30 cold for tonight and tomorrow, maybe Wednesday even into Thursday. So enjoy the warm weather this morning. Enjoy the warm morning. It's going to get really, really cold in the overnight tonight and until Thursday, but just in time for our first birthday party at Tim's on Friday. +1. I haven't worn pants to work in, I think it's close to 3 years. I haven't worn pants. And I'm thinking that Friday, if it doesn't get a little bit warmer, I might have to put pants on. I like not working in pants. Let's take a look at the wind chill. Yeah, that's where things can get a little bit nasty. Yes, it's going to be a wild couple of days. Just bundle up, and we'll have beach time for you. Mike made it to Mazatlan. He's down there in Mazatlan. He's enjoying his time. That'll be our webcam today. Mike, one of those rich realtors in town. Oh, they're all rich. They're all loaded, those realtors. If you know a realtor, they're loaded. They're just loaded. Must be nice. I love saying that. Must be nice. Anyway, good for Mike. He loves it down there. It's a beautiful spot. We'll take a look at that coming up. Okay, let's get into a welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. It's Monday on the show. Who do we got joining us in chat? Hope you had a great weekend, everybody, and got lots of good food and got lots of sun. Oh, man, yesterday on the deck, you know it, barbecuing wieners with the dog, having a rum and Dr. Pepper. We'll get to yesterday's good thing, which is easy on a Monday because you can pull in all the good stuff from the weekend. And I have an extra special good thing today for myself. Well, I'll share that coming. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Who do we got in chat this morning? Let's take a look and see. Road Reverend and Tasha Licious were in early this morning, and good morning to you both. Thanks for getting those tubes all warmed up. They're always testing Twitch, making sure that everything is working A-OK, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, and it's good to see you this morning. Good morning. Quentin is here, too. Good to see you this morning, Quentin. Welcome aboard. Amanda Duchek is here on Twitch. Sharon Pierce 24, Kyle Sparkman on TikTok. Good morning, Kyle. Samaria is on TikTok. Good morning to you as well. Cindy Olenek is here on Twitch. Good morning, Sunseeker, she says. We have Janine Flurry Urbanovich on Facebook. Good morning to you. Happy Monday. Safe travels. Could be slippery out there today. Could be. Give yourself lots of time to get to where you're going today. Ronald Kaslick on Facebook joins us and says, Ron says, good morning. Wasn't the weekend great? Oh, my God. Love it. Spring training for baseball is underway. Oh, man. Alternative Choice Garden Center on the weekend got a massive shipment of like seeds and all their spring planting supplies. Huge semi-trucks unloading all the stuff for spring. I'm just like, oh, baseball, seeds, flowers. Oh. Things are coming back to life. Nature's going to start liking us again soon. Jody Kaslick is here on Facebook. Good morning, Sunseekers and Tyler. Good morning, Jody. It's good to see you this morning. Welcome. Cindy says that countdown to spring is going to be nice to see. Oh, 22 days, just over 3 weeks to go until the official start of spring. But, the spring weather has already begun, and we'll see, like I say, +1 by the end of the week. David Fullerton is on TikTok. Good morning, David. Thank you for popping by, saying hi. Have a great week. Molly is here on Twitch. Good morning, Molly. It's good to see you. Road Reverend says, I hear a horse galloping in the music. Nick is here on Facebook. Good morning, Nick. It's good to see you. Maybelline 1962 on Twitch. Good morning. Welcome. It's good to see you. Tasha says, I sent you some pictures and videos from this past weekend with us snowshoeing. That's probably going to be your good thing, isn't it, Tasha? All right. Well, I always like when you've got a good thing and there's a picture to go along with it. I have brought show and tell for my good thing. I call it a Texas Christmas because my folks got back from Texas over the weekend. We celebrated their anniversary. Took them out for a little bit of Chinese food, and then they showered me with love and gifts. And it's because, you know how it is when parents go on vacation and they don't have their kids. And my folks winter in Texas. And, of course, they'll tune into the show and they'll see me whine and complain. They feel guilt, lots of guilt, which is guilt for good, I call it. Because then when my mom goes into the markets and goes shopping, she thinks of her little baby, Tyler. And then she spends lots of money on me. And I'm going to show you. Actually, that's not true. She's really, I got these for $1. I got these for $2. You don't have to tell me, Mom. They're beautiful. But I got such a good deal. Christopher Riles is here on Facebook. Good morning, Christopher. It's good to see you. Welcome aboard. Colleen McD is here on Facebook. Welcome, Colleen. Greg Crescenti, no pants. Yes, and I may get away with no pants at Tim's on Friday. I am not wearing pants right now. I have not wore pants in a very long time. The only time I have to leave the house, I put pants on only in like December. Actually, this has been a great pantsless winter. I think all said, my goal is to get through the winter with pants on roughly less than 10 days, so if I can put it on both hands. And I think I put pants on 8 times. And it's generally, I will go out and meet sponsors. I will go out and run errands. But sometimes I'll run errands in shorts. It gets me lots of looks. This weekend, I was in shorts and I run it. I have a coat on. And, if you're going and buying something at the supermarket, the counter is here and they can't see you from the waist down. So it's not bad. And at the bank, if there's no lineup, again, there's a counter so they can't see that you're not wearing pants. No pants is great. Robert Mulligan is here on Facebook. Good morning, Robert. It's great to see you. Lillian is on Facebook. Watching today, happy face. Thanks, Lillian. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Derek is here, too, on Twitch. Lioness is on TikTok. Thank you, Lioness. Have a great week. C-Steel73 is here on Twitch. Good morning to you. Have a great week. Hope you have an awesome week. Prairie East Coast, good to see you this morning. It's been a bit. Good to be back. You were digging out from all that snow still. Every time you come into chat, I'm thinking of you digging out from like 50 feet of snow. You guys get the Get the award for like the worst snowstorm of the winter. There's no question about that. Brenda Gerard is here on Twitch. Good morning. Welcome. Anytime, Linus. Linus wants an autograph. Anytime. The Donnie is here on TikTok, too. Linus, just, send me, give me your address. I'll send you something. Of course, you're kidding. I know you're kidding. But if you're not kidding, I am not it's a lot of times, you'll get kids that'll want to, and if it's important to them, it's important to me. However, sometimes I don't know if people are joking. Can I get your autograph? Because I don't consider myself much of a celebrity. I'm just a guy with a microphone in the beach bunker with the dark web 10. Please clarify that you're wearing shorts, not sitting there in your underwear all winter. Actually, no, I don't have anything on. It's, what do they call that? Columbo? No. Bonanza? No. Dingleberries? No. What is it called? Combat Zone? No. I can't remember what that's called. It's just, Commando. Thank you. It's Commando. We're changing the name for year 2. It's the Commando Jones Show. Brought to you by Dingleberry and his brothers. Don't stand up. Oh, come on. Come on, I'll stand up. I'm kidding. No, it's shorts. It's shorts. It's shorts and sandals. Shorts and sandals. Ronald says, don't stand up. Prairie East Coast says, I work from home too, so I'm often half dressed. See, Prairie East Coast knows. Meetings were scheduled during your show. How rude. Oh, no, it's always after. They're always after. It's been just fantastic. No worries. That life is good when the only stress that I have in my life, well, there's 2 of them. One is the technical stuff. There's a lot of technical stuff that happens with this show, and every day before the show starts, I feel like I'm pulling a slot machine. It's like, is it going to work? Is it going to work? It works. And last night, oh man, I had a tough time sleeping. I'm not going to sleep good this week. I'm worried about Friday. It's the first time that we've done this where we've taken the beach bunker outside of the confines of the actual beach bunker. It will be set up at Tim Hortons on 18th Street, and I'm just praying it all works. It should, theoretically. I've tested it like a dozen times, but I'm bad that way. Test again. No, something's going to go wrong. Technology's like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Nick says, imagine someone tuning in for the first time and hearing I'm not wearing pants. That could be good for ratings. It could be. Cindy says it's called too much information. Okay. All right. Back in my little box. Okay, I get it. Molly says, who wears short shorts? Tyler wears short shorts. Actually, they're the dad shorts. They're the dad, what do they call them? Cargo pants. Cargo shorts. Molly says, Tyler, you'll do fine on Friday. Well, thanks, Molly. I really appreciate the support. Everybody keeps saying that, and thank you. I'll need the support if it goes sideways and there's, a bunch of people waiting there for me. And it's like, oh, guys, it's not working. I got to go back to the beach bunker. That's when I'm going to be sad. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love and support. I do appreciate it. It's going to be a great week. And if everything comes off like it's supposed to, as planned, this could be a legendary week. I'm going to have a little box, a little birthday box, and I'm going to collect food, okay? Maybe 1 can or 1 KD or some non-perishable. I literally, after I'm done the show on Friday, I am going to go to the food bank. So we'll collect some canned goods, and even if we, get it half full, that's fine. Whatever we can do, just something fun to do while we're there on location at Tim Hortons on 18th Street. That's next to Canadian Tire on Friday for our first birthday show, okay? Christopher says you'll need to wear hot pants. Oh, wait till you see what I'm going to be wearing. My folks got me something really cool in Texas. I'll show you. Okay, let's do yesterday's good thing. It's time for yesterday's Take it away, everybody. What happened yesterday or over the weekend that was a good thing? Could be something big, something small. It may feel like nothing at all, but it's starting the day on the right note with a little bit of positivity and starting a Monday, which is normally a, oh, God, I can't do this kind of day. We take a look at Monday and say, you know what? There's going to be something good that's going to happen today. It's probably going to be something small. Maybe someone will hold a door open for me. Maybe somebody will pay for my coffee at the Timmy's drive-thru. Maybe somebody will just be cooperative for a change, something like that. But anyway, tell me something good that happened over the weekend. Yesterday's good thing. And you can cheat and take in the whole weekend for yesterday's good thing. Tasha says, snowshoeing for our family for the first time on Saturday. And she has got pictures. Oh, this is great. Yesterday's good thing, and she's got pictures of the snowshoeing. There they are. Oh, man, I would trip. Totally trip. And there's Tasha and the kids. Just enough snow to get that done, hey? Oh, and Polar Bear with his snowshoes. Actually, I'm a size 13, so I snowshoe every day. Now you know what it's like to be a big guy in big shoes, because when I go to try shoes on, everybody says, oh, look at your feet. They're huge. They're skis. Well, they're snowshoes. Size 13, and as I get older and my feet swell, I think I'm moving into a 14. But maybe it's because I eat too much salt. I don't know. Thank you, Tosh. Good. It's good to see that you guys got outside, enjoyed that beautiful weather. Derek says that Michaela, our youngest daughter, will be at Tim's on Friday. That is so cool, Derek. I can't wait to meet her. That's going to be great. Oh, Friday's going to be good. Now I'm even more nervous. Now I'm really nervous. God, it's Monday. I got to get all the way to Friday. Oh. Breathe. Okay, yesterday's good thing. Ryan says, I got allowance from the wife and bought a new sweater and shoes. Yes, very good, very good. Very nice. Prairie East Coast says, spent the whole weekend purging and quality time with family. Oh, the spring purge. Oh, we got to do that too. Oh, that's so awesome. Good for you. That's excellent. Molly says, my good thing was that I was up before 10 a.m. every day on the weekend. You know what's nice about that? Is it makes the weekend feel longer. Because is it just me, or is it like, oh, yeah, it's Friday. And it's like, oh, I can't wait to sleep in. And it's like 1 o'clock, supper time, 1 o'clock, supper, and Monday. And you're like, what the hell? It was just Friday. So if you get up early on the weekend, it makes it feel that much longer. I totally get it. Nick says, yesterday was 34 months for my partner and I. We celebrated a little early with dinner at Montana's on Saturday. Yeah! Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary to Nick Adams and Mrs. Nick. Cindy says, had lunch on Saturday with a few girls from work. That's a good thing. Mama Sunday got together with good friends on the weekend for good food and lots of laughs and competitive games. Oh, translation. Oh, we got hammered with some friends and got silly and stupid, and it was fun. I know what you're saying. That's great. Those are the best times. Brenda says, good thing was for Manitoba teams. 4 Manitoba teams in women's curling were in the final 6. Would have been great if Jennifer Jones won, but Team Ontario won to go to the Worlds. She will do great. I think that Brenda watched a little bit of curling. Were you screaming at the TV? Hurry hard. Ricacho says, a win for the Jets yesterday. Molly says if she's sleeping in, it gives her FOMO. Okay, well, the multiple reasons to get up early on the weekend. And if the weather is good on the weekend, we had a really nice weather weekend, you can really soak up a lot more of it. So Brenda was hurry hard all weekend. Well, that is awesome. Lots of good stuff. I can't wait to share with you my good thing. Okay, so I'm going to share. You can keep the good thing going. We're going to do a beach break in Mazatlan coming up. first off, so I got presents from my parents in Texas. I got to tell you this. In case you're ever in Mexico and you come across these are my favorite all-time candy. They're called chili bangs. Have you ever had these before? Okay, to describe them, it's really easy. They're like a Mike and Ike, okay, but they've got chili pepper inside. So you start chewing on them and you're like, oh, it's a Mike. Oh, wait a second. Whoa, and then it's got some heat. Not heat like that, it'd burn your mouth off. But, and they're so hard to get. If you are down in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas, you go to a place called Progreso, Mexico. There's a store there. I know we've got some Sunseekers who winter down there. There's a place called the Canada Store in Progreso, Mexico, and I think that's where my folks got them from. I love them. They're excellent. That's just the tip of the iceberg on my Texas Christmas, I'll tell you. It is... I got quite the little assortment. I can't wait to show you. I'm like, look at all this stuff I'm going to show everybody on Monday. Maybelline 1962 says, was a quiet weekend. Loved it. Christopher Isles, did you know Montana reminds me of the movies The Great Outdoors with John Candy? No. That's interesting. Zumba Bernice is here. Are you home or are you still in Thailand, Zumba Bernice? And if you have any good things to toss out there, be sure to just toss them out there. We'll continue. I gotta do a sponsor break here and remind you that the Leon's No Money Miracle event ends on Wednesday. So you're going to want to check out 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon over the next couple of days. And don't pay till 2026 with 0% interest and no monthly payments, other than the taxes and the fees at Leon's Furniture Superstore. They have got some extra special savings on everything from couches and love seats to mattresses and bedroom sets, up to 50% off select bedroom furniture. So again, this all ends on Wednesday. The No Money Miracle at Leon's Furniture Superstore, 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon. And you can also find them online at leons.ca. Elkhorn Resort Spa and Conference Center, Clarso Spa. They've got their wine tasting event coming up fast, and we want to make sure that you can get in on this. They actually have two more events coming up. The next one is coming up on the 28th, which is Wednesday. Is that when? Yeah, Wednesday, 6 till 10 p.m. at Clarso Spa. And just call the Elkhorn for more. March 7th is the last one. And they added an extra one because it's been so popular. You go up there, you enjoy some wines. They have a sommelier. That's a fancy name for a person who can explain what wine goes with what food. And then they go for a dip in the spa, into those beautiful new hot tubs, one cool tub, but beautiful hot tubs outside at Clarso Spa. Charcuterie board and more. It's a really nice evening. Really nice place to unwind, enjoy some wine, and have some fun. Again, the next one is coming up on Wednesday, and then the last one is March the 7th. Call the Elkhorn for more at 848-8739. That's 848-8739. And I tell the kids it's always good to have a mechanic on speed dial, an accountant on speed dial, and a lawyer on speed dial. Of course, I kid, not on speed dial, but it's good to have that in your circle of friends. A good accountant, a good mechanic, and a good lawyer. And as far as lawyers, finding a lawyer that is going to be patient and friendly can be a challenge sometimes, and that's why I've done the work for you. Epp Law Office is there for you. They specialize in real estate and corporate law, and they also do estate matters too. Epp Law Office, you will love dealing with these people. I can personally say that I know Andrea. I've known her for a long time, and the team over there will treat you right. Building lasting relationships one case at a time at 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC on 18th Street, okay? Zumba Bernice is still in Thailand, danced with some friends, made a great instructor from China. Oh, China. Oh, no. We're going to get banned. We're going to get banned from social media for mentioning the bad place. Not China. Were they nice? Were they nice to you? Were they trying to convince you to move to China? Be the head Zumba instructor? Is everything okay? Well, it's a little foggy in Mazatlan this morning. Okay, Mike's in Mazatlan. We're going to take our first beach break of the morning, and we'll be back with more in just a second. And I got to show you some of the cool stuff that I got from my folks. It's really cool. One of these things you'll see on Friday at the birthday show coming up at Tim Hortons. First, it's a bit of a... The sun is just coming up in Mazatlan with Big Mike and his crew in Mazatlan. We got in, I think, late last night or late yesterday. Anyway, they're going to enjoy a couple weeks down there, I think. And so we start the week in Mazatlan as the sun comes up on a Monday. You can just see that water there. Back in just a second. Mazatlan, Mexico. What a great spot. Mike is down there enjoying himself in Mexico. Oh, Mike, I'm so jealous. 2 weeks ahead of him. Maybe 3. I don't know. Is it 2 or 3, Mike? You got to let us know. Mike got in and sent this picture, said, "Oh, we arrived just in time. We had to send a picture of the sunset." This is actually his look from last night, I believe. Isn't that gorgeous? Thanks, Mike. I wish you were here. We did a Starjet one time. I think it was the second last Starjet we did at this very resort. And actually, I think Mike happened to just be there at the same time. One of our weeks had overlapped when we were there. And it is gorgeous. At those sunsets, every night are like that. If you're going for 7 days, you get 7 of those sunsets. You go for 14, you got 14 of those sunsets. That's the beautiful thing about the West Coast. I mean, if you get rain on the West Coast, something is amiss because the West Coast is the best coast, in my opinion. I often get asked, and it's like, no, if I could go to the West Coast, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, Huatulco is considered the West Coast, even though it's way underneath. Okay, to our conditions close to home. Again, please be careful on the highways. We don't have any closures this morning, but we do have some snow-covered and slippery sections on every stretch of road in southern Manitoba. Now, the only exception being the closer you get to Winnipeg, the better the roads get. So if you're taking 16 past Gladstone, if you are headed on the Trans-Canada Highway just past Austin, you have partial cover, but everyone else has snow cover across southwestern Manitoba to some degree. So that means you got to slow it down today. You got to just give yourself plenty of time to get to where you're going. Here's a look at the Manitoba 511 map, just updated here. And along the Saskatchewan border, a little bit better. But again, Trans-Canada Highway, Brandon to the Saskatchewan border, she's a little slippery there. So give yourself time to get to where you're going. Here is our temperature map this morning across the continent, and it is nice and mild. Enjoy it because it is going to get cold. Holy cow. Down to like the minus 30 range tonight, tomorrow night, and Wednesday night. But +1 on Friday. So it's not going to last long. Just a slap in the teeth by Mother Nature to remind us who's in charge. Yeah, we're in charge. And here's your wind chill map. Just to remind you who is in charge. I was looking at that Trans-Canada to Saskatchewan. If you are a transplant from Saskatchewan, if you've ever spent any time in Saskatchewan, you will know what this means this morning. This is Telemiracle. I watched a little bit of it over the weekend. This is an annual event held in Saskatchewan, put on by the Kinsmen and Kinettes. When I worked in Saskatchewan, I was there for 6 years. I was a part of this every year, and talk about an amazing community event. We used to have the Lions Telethon in Manitoba, and they would bring in celebrities from L.A. and New York and soap stars, and it'd be so cool. And they'd have a scroll at the bottom, and you'd look for your name once you donated. Well, they've been doing that for the same amount of time in Saskatchewan, except they kept theirs going. And they had local bands, marching bands, and local celebrities. Bob McGrath of Sesame Street used to be the real flag bearer of this. Bob from Sesame Street. And you would not find a more genuine, amazing, wonderful person than Bob. And we lost Bob from Sesame Street a few years back. But they raised $6 million this weekend just by, putting this on the TV and having some people do their little song and dance. Oh, Ryan says Stan Kubicek usually hosted the Lions Telethon. Oh, Stan. Before I left radio, I had the opportunity to interview Stan. My boss at the time, Cam Clark, was friends with Stan Kubicek in their CKND days, had his phone number. He was selling windows or something in Winnipeg. And I had told him that, in a previous life, I wanted to be Stan Kubicek so bad. It's like, easy does it. No, that was Ron Thompson. The easy does it. That's the weather. But Stan Kubicek, he was always fun. A goofball doing the weather in Winnipeg. And so he was good to talk to. Super nice guy. I think that he still does a little bit of voiceover work on the side, but I think he's still involved with a window company or something like that. It's worth the trip to Steinbach. Yeah, no kidding, hey? Anyway, that is from Saskatchewan, so that's what was happening over there. All right. Okay, back into the Beach Bunker, and still with good stuff, a little bit of good stuff overtime. If you've got good stuff from yesterday, throw it my way, okay? Yesterday's good thing. Yesterday's good thing, because I got to show you my stuff. So I showed you the candies that I got. Okay, now I want to show you. Look at these shoes. So my mom gets these shoes in Mexico for me, and she says, you love boiled peanuts so much. We got you peanut shoes. Well, check out these bad boys. See, there are 13. Look at how big those are. But they're peanut shoes. They feel very bizarre. But I got them on sale, she says. So, look at that. I'll be eating boiled peanuts wearing my peanut shoes. Yeah, what do you think of those? Are they comfy? Not really. They look as uncomfortable. They feel as uncomfortable as they look. They're a great novelty item. They're great for Instagram. I'll take some pictures wearing them while I'm eating boiled peanuts, but no, they're not very comfortable. But Mom got them on sale. So it's all good, and I will treasure them. I will treasure my peanut shoes. She got this on sale. And this will be awesome for Christmas time. This was part of the Christmas clear out here. Look at this. And it lights up. It's got lights on it. It's an elf sweater. Isn't that great? It lights up, so I'll wear that on the show come Christmas time. And when I open my present, I love that movie. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, my dad got me a bottle of Don Julio. Yes, that puts a smile on my face, but that's special. That's not, hey, let's break out the tequila and have a few shots. That is like, yeah, I think if you drink tequila, you know how expensive that stuff is. So the Don Julio, she's locked away in a special case. Oh, they also brought me shrimp from the Gulf, which I love. They're flash frozen. They basically toss them in the boat, freeze them, and then they come in a big chunk, a big block, and they brought them all the way up. Cindy says, your mom sounds wonderful. Oh, she is. And my dad, because, the tequila, right? And then I got this, a Minnesota Vikings toque. And it's awesome because it's from Mexico. No NFL tags, official merchandise. No. Check this out. So, yeah, this will be good. So, on cold days, when you see the toque, you'll know that, it's cold. I'll be out shoveling snow in this bad boy. In my shorts. In my Viking shorts. Hey, blessed mama of two. Yesterday's good thing. Still was yesterday's good thing. Oh! And then they went to this place in Port Isabel, and they got this for me. This is what you'll see. Barbecuing in your toques, Cindy. Yes, I will do that. And check this out. Check this out. I got a new golf shirt. Doesn't this look pretty? Because you know how much I love blue. Look at this. Food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Golf shirt that I got. But when you turn it around, check this out. That's on the back. Isn't that cool? That's on the back of it. So I'll have this, and then you can scan the QR code. You can hold your phone up and scan the QR code and take pictures of my sexy butt. I know that's what you're doing. Oh, I was just scanning the code. No, you weren't. You're taking pictures of my arse. My beautiful, sexy bum. That's what you were doing. QR code. Isn't that great? Thanks, Mom and Dad. Thanks. Texas Christmas. But these are the ones that you got to get. Chili bangs. Oh, these are so good. Oh, congrats to your daughter. What happened? Oh, there's a good thing. Hang on. What happened here? Yesterday's good thing, my daughter got gold for her ballet dancing on the weekend. Yeah. Winner's bell. Ring that bell. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks, Dang Dog. Congratulations on the gold dancing, the gold medal for dancing. That's fantastic. Well done. All right. Okay, so since we visited last, it seemed like there was a whole bunch of stuff going on in the news on Friday. Oh, my God. It's one thing after another. And it started with Mark Chipman. Mark Chipman is the guy responsible for bringing back the Winnipeg Jets to Winnipeg. And he is a entrepreneur who's worth literally billions of dollars. He made his money in automotive sales, the Chipman family. And it was his dream back in the 90s when the Jets left Winnipeg to bring the team back. Everybody scoffed, everybody laughed, and he actually did it. He brought the team back to Winnipeg, and now the Winnipeg Jets have been home for, a decade? And then, just as COVID was wrapping up, there was some concern because businesses were struggling from coast to coast, around the world, because COVID shut everything down. We knew there was going to be an extended COVID and the COVID hangover that comes with it, and that meant that businesses would be struggling, and especially businesses where they weren't allowed to show up. And if you did show up, you had to have masks on, and now sporting events seemed so weird. And inflation took hold, and things got really expensive. So there was some big concern that people wouldn't be able to afford to go to movies or concerts or hockey games. And that fear was realized this season when the Winnipeg Jets really started to see a drop-off in season tickets and single-game sales. So in an interview, I think it was with TSN, Mark Chipman says that if we continue on this path, it is unsustainable to keep the Jets in Winnipeg. Now, reporters asked him when COVID wrapped up, would the Jets ever move? He said, no, we're in this for the long haul. We're in this for the long haul. We brought the team back, as a permanent measure. And now it just doesn't seem so permanent, does it? It seems like they have got to sell a whole bunch of season tickets or they might move the team. And the problem is that Oklahoma City wants a team. Kansas City wants a team. Salt Lake City, Utah wants a team. So there's a real possibility we might lose the Jets. Did you see that? Are you concerned? Does it matter? Do you think that that's par for the course? What are your thoughts on Chipman's comments on the Jets? And for those out of our area, I'm sure you can follow ice hockey in the NHL, the Winnipeg Jets. It's really our only major league sports team on the prairies between Ontario and Alberta. The Winnipeg Jets are it. That's it. That's all we've got. Some of the comments that we had over the weekend. Cry me a river. 12 years of 100% full house and now down to 10%. Anybody want to buy some Jets tickets? Because I can't stand a whiner. Paulie says if they didn't make it so bloody expensive to go to games, maybe more people would go. Well, and I feared that when the Jets came back. Because when the Jets left the first time, I was a super fan. I had Jet stuff all over the place. I don't really watch hockey anymore. Their second go-around, first off, it started because they didn't really pay much attention to anybody outside of Winnipeg. That left a bad taste in my mouth. Number two was, it was quite expensive. But Mark Chipman said, remember when the Jets left the first time? We're competing against an American dollar. And for those that don't know, the Canadian dollar isn't worth as much as the American dollar. It's an extra 30 cents. So on these big contracts, for every dollar, you have to add another 30 cents to the contract, $1.30. So it gets quite expensive. Now, the dollar, of course, fluctuates. So sometimes it can get close to even. And when they came back, I think it was $1.15. So it's not bad. But as the dollars start to separate, and we've seen it like as high as $1.40, and that's when things get painful. So for us to buy $1 it takes $1.40 Canadian to buy just $1. Well, when these hockey players are worth a bazillion, quadrillion dollars, that starts to add up. Not to mention people having disposable income. Hey, what do you want to do on the weekend? Got a lot of cash lying around here. Hey, what do you say we go to a Jets game? Blessed Mama says he's personally called former ticket holders to return. Yeah, when Mark gets on the phone and, you get this call. Hello? Hey, how's it going? It's Mark here. Mark who? Mark Chipman. It's a prank call. No, this is Mark Chipman. I'm the chairperson of the Winnipeg Jets hockey team. We need you to come back and buy season tickets. And I think he's gone so far as to say, can we ask why you stopped buying season tickets? Which actually is kind of smart. But I would venture to say most of them said, yeah, we don't have the money. It's a big investment. I know a lot of people in our town, which again, we're about 120 miles to the west of Winnipeg. They'll pool together. They'll have like a little draw. They'll go in together. 3 or 4 families will buy season tickets together, and then they'll have a draw. And that makes it a lot more affordable. You get great seats, season tickets at an affordable price, and you split up the games. For one person to buy a pair of season tickets, holy crapola. Unless you're a business that can claim that as some kind of entertainment tax deduction, that's a lot of cash. But that's a big part of how sports works. That and those private suites up top, big companies pay big dollars for those private suites where you get all the foods and drinks. And again, let's face it, it's just a big tax deduction, really. Don says we're not in an economic climate where people can attend like they used to. Seriously, he should consider all the facts and give it a chance. There's still plenty of Jets love in Manitoba. We just can't afford to be in the seats. But Don, you're probably too young to remember that's what happened last time. I cried. I remember the big Jets banner. You can see it on YouTube. Oh, I was upset. It was Detroit. And everyone was like, bye, Winnipeg, bye. Oh, it was awful. But deep in our hearts, we knew we just couldn't afford it. It's expensive to run a sports team. Ryan says Quebec wants a team. Blessed Mama says, I would hate to see Winnipeg lose the Jets. Ryan says attendance does have to increase a bit, but yeah, if we can't fill them, there's nothing more that we can do. Bettman will move the team. Well, at the end of the day, it is a business. Corey says, my wife and I love the Jets. We're middle-class income. We live in Brandon, 2 hours from Winnipeg. We try to go to one game a year. We never miss it on TV. We buy all the merchandise. What else can we do? Well, it goes to my first point. They haven't really reached out to anybody outside. You know what? We were talking about Saskatchewan just a few moments ago and Telemiracle. I'll tell you right now, when there's a Rough Rider game and you're in the stadium and you have seats high enough that you can see outside the stadium onto the parking lot and see the rows and rows and rows of motor coach buses that are coming in from Yorkton, North Battleford, Saskatoon, Moose Jaw, Prince Albert, Melville. There's dozens and dozens of buses and thousands of fans that come in from around Regina. It's not the Regina Rough Riders, it's the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Do we have that for Winnipeg? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I don't know. Blessed Mama says that's a good idea to do that. Find out why people aren't returning. Quentin says if it's not sustainable, it's gotta go. Can't get the government involved. Oh boy. And that's what happened last time. There was a big uproar on that. We got hospitals to build. We got a lot of bills to take care of. And I mean, I don't know how many fans they're going to get from Brandon when our property taxes go up, but everything's going up. Everything's going up, and that just means less disposable income. Dang Dong says can't afford groceries, but yeah, let's worry about the billionaires that are playing hockey. Shame they won't run a little lean like we have to run a little lean. Well, and they can. They can run lean. But when they run lean, they end up attracting players who aren't as good as those who want the cash. This is just the bottom line, is that talent wants money. If you're the best player in the NHL, you are not going to go to Winnipeg out of the goodness of your heart. And the sad reality is that some hockey players have a no Edmonton, no Winnipeg clause in their contract. Apparently it's common. I will play, but I'm not going to Edmonton and I'm not going to Winnipeg. And it has to do with the weather, because a lot of these people have families and they don't want to be where it's crazy cold. They'll do a Calgary if they had to. But they prefer, if they're going to play up here, it's going to be Toronto or Vancouver where it's warmer. And it's just, I mean, you're kind of holding all the cards. If you're a superstar, you can demand the money that you want and you can play where you want to play. But if you're just good enough to be in the NHL, well, then, you know what, I guess I'll go to Winnipeg. Or if they put a lot of money on the table, which they've done for quite a few players, and look at their team. I mean, the first half of the season, apparently, I wasn't watching, but the first half, they were doing quite good. Quinn says CFL is more affordable, apples to oranges. Well, and that's a point well taken. The CFL is a lot more affordable, but football teams do a better job reaching out to the community. They do a better job reaching out past the city limits, as it were. And I guess that's the point I'm trying to make, is that there are some folks that likely would go into Winnipeg more than they do normally. If there were packages, hotel packages, bus packages, things like that. And maybe they are. They're just not reaching me. You know, I'm not seeing them anywhere. I'm not hearing about them. It's all Winnipeg. So I'm not saying that's going to solve all their problems. I'm just saying it could be one of many. Cindy says, my mom is 83, loves the Jets. She can tell you every player and watches faithfully. Michelle took her to her first Jets game 2 years ago and loved it. There's no doubt that a Jets game is excellent entertainment. Good value for dollar. The problem is finding the dollars. It's like, yes, if I have $150 per ticket to go to a game, sure, it's good value. Who's got that kind of cash lying around right now with the way the economy is? But hopefully, fingers crossed, it turns around. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express is a great place to get an oil change and help out the community at the same time. So if that little sticker on your windshield, those numbers, Those numbers, the top left corner of your windshield, there's a little sticker there, your oil change sticker. If those numbers tell you it's time to get an oil change, please see my friends at Murray's at 1500 Richmond Avenue. And every time you get your oil changed, they make a donation to the Bear Clan Helping Hands and Samaritan House. You get a multi-point inspection while you wait, show you your filters, and you're on your way. 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Alternative Choice Garden Center, as I mentioned before, Alternative Choice Garden Center got a giant shipment of seeds in over the weekend. This is so exciting. The seed racks are full. Get inspired in our cozy, warm greenhouse, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturdays, 9 till 5. Isn't this a great sight? Look at this. Here come the seeds. Here comes the spring. Here comes springtime. I can't wait for spring. My dad said he's starting to grow some stuff now, putting it in the little pots, putting it in the window, getting those seedlings ready to go. Alternative Choice Garden Center is at the corner of 34th Street and Patricia Avenue in Brandon at the very far extreme southwest corner. Go pay him a visit, get your seeds, get your supplies ready to go for springtime at Alternative Choice Garden Center. Kuiper's Family Bakery on 1st Street in Brandon, just north of 1st in Richmond, the intersection there. Go and see them for some delectable hot cross buns, cinnamon buns, freshly baked bread, hot dog, and hamburger buns. If there's anything regarding baking that you need, you're going to want to go see our friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery. Someone telling me over the weekend, have you had the sausage rolls? It's probably the top question I get asked now. Are you into the sausage rolls over there? Yes, I am. Yes, I am part of the Sausage Rolls Club at Kuiper's Family Bakery. If you haven't tried the sausage rolls, you're just saying to yourself, that's okay. Go out on a limb, go in there, tell them Tyler said, try the sausage rolls. Now, what I haven't had yet, and I'm looking forward to this, is the meat pies. I don't know. I got to get my hand on the meat pies. Was Tiffany that was telling me that, her son from out west, every time he's in Brandon, has got to load up his trunk with meat pies. Can you just picture him trucking across Western Canada with a trunk load of meat pies from Kuiper's Family Bakery, 1411 1st Street, again, just north of the 1st and Richmond intersection, next to Tasty's there. Home of the glorious sausage rolls. So AT&T has announced that they will be giving a credit to customers that suffered as part of the outage last week. Most of the United States was down. Hey, thanks for the follow, Mike. And Direct Wholesale Brandon, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it on TikTok. So American cell and internet service basically went down hard. Then they switched the narrative of major cities. And then they switched the narrative to say, no, it was really just AT&T. So AT&T is stepping up to the plate in a big way. It's pretty impressive if you ask me. It's downright astonishing what they're going to do for AT&T customers. I don't know. I was blown away when I read this morning that AT&T is going to step up to the plate and offer such an amazing compensation package for going without internet for an entire day. Now, in this country, when it happened with Rogers, apparently some people got a week's worth. I didn't. I don't think I got anything on my account, honestly. Some people got a free day. AT&T will give a credit of $5. So you went without internet for the entire day. Does this not tell you how big the actual outage was, though? Like, come here. Come here for a second. When you've got a country of 300 million people, no. It was just AT&T customers. Okay. And it was select AT&T customers in major cities. So why only $5? I think it might be because if it was a free week or free month, it might break the company because a lot of people went without the internet and phones. But that's just me with my tinfoil hat on. That's a joke. That's a joke. Mama Sunday says that's a slap in the face. $5. What the hell are you even going to buy with $5? Can you buy anything for $5? I don't think you could. Taco Bell, I think, is the only fast food place where you could go and get something for $5. I just don't think $5 is even possible anymore. Well, a cup of coffee. No, but I mean like food. You can't. I don't think you can get food for $5 anymore. I think it's probably Taco Bell. Even a hot dog. Oh, Costco hot dog. You could go get the $1.50 Costco hot dog. That's about it. Oh, man. Hey, we got to take a beach break, and before that, we got to say farewell to our friends on TikTok, Facebook, and X, because our first hour is up. Hey, thank you so much for being here. I hate to kick you guys out on TikTok. Myra, come on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. Thanks for the follows, Mike and Direct Wholesale Brandon, Linus as well, to Bert and Susan and Jamie. Thank you so much. TikTokers, we got to run. And we're moving it over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. Podcast is available at tylerglenshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you tomorrow morning for a Taste It Tuesday. Pierogies tomorrow, and not just regular pierogies. Mind-blowing super pierogies tomorrow for Taste It Tuesday. Okay, and now we got to go over to our friends on Facebook and X, and it's been a great start to the week. Thanks for being here, guys. We're moving the party over to Twitch, okay? Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central for more food, fun places, and mayhem of life. We got to get to the beach.